action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Motion, 89, watch 89.
Zing, zing, zing. Throw, left, zing, zing, zing. Throw, back 58. Zing, 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 zing. Here we go. Ace, ace. Here we go.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Deuce. Here we go. Wide. Get wide.
Check four. Back, ace.
Check 49.
Ace.
Bortles to throw on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd and 5.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
Ace.
3 down. Hey, check. 3
Green.
down.
Green, 90. Black 58, rail. Black 58, left. Black 58, rail. Black, slow.
Now Bortles.
Take off.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now, that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Double tight. Hey. Ready. We got 4.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Slam.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Watch the edge. Ready. Hey, watch it. Wait. Hatch it.
Little motion now from the tight end.
Check 31.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Ready. 12. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Here's Coleman on the toss.
Go get him.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
As a DN, when you play the run, you don't always have to make the tackle. Just have to use the right technique to make sure the play goes where you want it to. And in this case, did an excellent job stringing.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malik Jackson busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Spinning away. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl, you were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Hey, 59, ready. 11. Watch the shot.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
To throw is Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On second down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hey, tighten up. Ready?
Third and long. It's Ryan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be fourth down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Let's bring it. White 25.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Falcons are going to get a first. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Let's go. Space. Hey, 4 down. Hey, rip lands. Check space.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
There we go.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Gun. Hey, Tuesday.
They will run again with Coleman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Here's Ryan to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Here we go. Ace. Out. Left. Check. Left. Close. Back.
Now a handoff looking right. Got some real estate inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, 45 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Caught right side, Davis. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
12. Check 25. Check 25. Check.
Check it hot, Reed.
Ready. We ready.
Motion. Pump.
Here's Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look, and now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here. But the play is actually happening over there, and that's where a running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
51 to fight, boys. 51.
Ready. Here it comes.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And some room to maneuver. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Watch out.
Ready.
In motion is Austin Hooper. On third down, it's Coleman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said...
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Check, check.
Go, go, run, run, run.
Ready? Hey, let's go. Check, check, check. Ready?
On third down, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Ready? 51, so.
They toss to Freeman. And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 27 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will line up now for the two-point try. And first, we're going to get a timeout as the defense will talk this over. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
Bortles now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Left. Ready. Alert. 3 down. Slow. Left. Hey, left. Slow.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles.
Slam.
Looking long for Westbrook. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And now running right through him. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Double tight, guys.
Hey,
Double
Sal.
tight.
You ready? Hey, let's go.
No. Off.
Check. 11.
Check motion.
Ready. Got it.
Coleman now. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground. And that'll make it 2nd and 4. Shift together here from the D-line. In motion is Austin Hooper. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 3rd down. That's Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Flushed out right to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
Slam.
Gun.
Shift.
Ready.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. It's a gain of 5, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Ryan. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Falcons are in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
We were all the way back to Kurt Warner in, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. He's going to go up top again. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Whoosh. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this 1st half of action. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Falcons on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check. Lucky.
In motion is Austin Hooper.
Motion.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They run Devontae Freeman. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
Hey.
Ready?
Four down.
Let's go.
In motion is Austin Hooper.
Sponge. No.
Time running out here on the play clock.
Let's go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be first down Atlanta.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Shh.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Mike 51.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Detroit.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Detroit. Set. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Watch tight. Tight end
Hey,
right.
Ready.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game?
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, an 8-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you really...
It got his man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Black 58. Here we go now. Green, 39. Ace. Check three. Slow.
He's coming.
Slow. Ace.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter.
Check. Crunch. Pick the edge. Come. Watch that. Check 50.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Ace.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Bortles now on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Left. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Slow.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
12, 11, 25, check. Watch out.
In motion is Austin Hooper.
Whip. Watch the whip.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Check 26.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Rush in. Gun.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Coleman. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Most players would tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Freeman again. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Left, left, left. Ace.
On second down, here's Bortles. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
On third and long, it's Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go now. Throw.
Now Bortles got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Tight dog. Ace. Check.
Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Z. Watch left. Z. Slow. Watch twist. Slow. Hatch it. Black 58 rail.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go. Green, 39, 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Z. 6 guys. Slow.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.